lives for the taking. It's on the walls that we're breaking. CCTV is watching. And I feel alive when I'm faking. Cut loose the feelings that drain me. But I see a light that's shining through. And this life I've come to know, and now is it real? But it won't let us explain it, just how we feel. And I feel hard, but I don't know why. And I feel this song when we kiss the sky. Cut loose enough, you can't take me. That sister's effort to make me. But I see a light that's shining through. Your dreams will never escape you. I've seen the light, it can't come through. CCTV is watching. And this life I've come to know, and now is it real? And it won't let us explain it, just how we feel. And I feel hard, but I don't know why. And I feel the sun when we kiss the sky.
Right, welcome to Hooligan Choir. We've got you in for your very first interview for the Rock Regeneration. Just introduce you all first. We've got Carl on drums, we've got Elijah on guitar, and we've got Noor on bass.
Afternoon.
So, where did it all start? What's the founder from?
I guess the name's been going for a little while, but it started about 3 years ago when there was this band that I kind of joined that were called, I don't know what they were called, but it was a rubbish name, and I made it a point of not going on stage and with that name. So I changed it to Hooligan Choir, which is a line from a Kasabian song.
Right, yeah.
And yeah, it kind of came from that really. And yeah, I guess when we first started, it was a case of I could play about 4 chords on the guitar, sing 1 note. Now I can play 6 chords on the guitar, sing 2 notes.
It's getting better.
So it's a gradual little process, but yeah, it's come from that really. And then we've had quite a few members, and got left for these 2 now. So,
For you. So did it started? Obviously, you're the new.
yeah,
so
I got into it quite late really. I was like 19, I think.
Yeah.
Got into music quite late, but when I got into it, I kind of took over really, got into it big. But, yeah, took over.
So what inspired you to pick up a guitar?
I don't know, I've always been into music. I mean, first gig I ever saw was like Sex Pistols when I was 5. So I've always been into music, but I've never been inspired to pick up a guitar.
5 seeing the Sex Pistols.
Yeah, that's
That's
pretty
pretty
special.
amazing,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's pretty special.
Where was that?
That's Phoenix Festival. Neil Young was playing as well. Paul Weller. Got the old man's
Nice bit of Neil Young in your stuff, actually.
Yeah, maybe
We can't see it.
We
Yeah.
can't see it. I
Yeah.
can't see it personally, but you know.
I thought you were far too young to know Neil Young was.
Oh, we're going to watch him in August, aren't we?
We are indeed.
He's the man.
Yeah.
He's the man. But
Rocking the free
yeah, so
world.
come from that really, and I guess I mean a lot of people in the Bournemouth music scene would have only just seen us like when we first started, and we were shit to be honest. We were shit, but kind of getting better now. The sound's evolving. It's not just 3-chord rock and roll. It's kind of moving on from that. It's 4-chord rock and roll.
4-chord rock and roll. So, obviously you've been extensively gigging.
Yeah.
You seem to be branching out. You know, it's obviously difficult to play Bournemouth all the time.
Mm-hmm.
How are you finding, you know, getting gigs sort of further afield?
It's good. It's better, isn't it? Loads better. I enjoy playing Bournemouth, but you end up playing the same places all the time, and you play to the same people all the time. It gets to the point where it's a bit like, you know,
Tedious. Worth the 10 hours of
you,
driving.
and also, yeah, and it's also just like you go somewhere like London or something. It's a different vibe.
Yeah.
You know, there's different women to chat up. There's, you know, it's just
You couldn't help yourself.
you can help yourself. But you know, it's good to play different places. It's always, you know, Bournemouth's quite cliquey, I suppose. It's got the same people, you know, all the time. It's, if you don't get in their circle, you've got to go further afield anyway. I mean, a lot of bands we play with and stuff, they limit themselves to just playing in Bournemouth. They just want to play like the Winchester once a month and get the odd good support gig at Kips. But you know, if you're in a band, you should take full advantage of it and go and play other places.
Definitely, you know, you've got, you know, you played in Liverpool.
Yeah, I
obviously
mean,
London.
we get to go to places that I wouldn't have gone before. I've never been to Liverpool before. You know, and you should do it.
Definitely, it's inspiration.
Just don't drive.
Because you learn a lot.
No.
You learn more on the road than you do playing here tonight.
Definitely.
You learn a lot more.
Good experience.
Yeah.
And you know, when you started the band, did you have any preconceived goals? Is there anything that you really want to achieve?
I just want to make music to inspire people to pick up a guitar, I suppose. I just want to. I mean, I don't think we're money oriented. We're all quite skint, aren't we? We're not people that do this. I mean, we've got a real passion for it, which again, a lot of people in Bournemouth bands who don't have the real passion and the drive, which I think we've got. So I think just to, you know, play good music, write great tunes, we're slowly getting towards that.
Play some big venues.
Yeah. Play big venue, you know, it's, you know, be able to walk on a stage and play in front of people that get what you do, you know, not just play in front of your mates.
See things other people won't.
Yeah. And you know, the fun that goes with it, of course, you know.
That's how this
A little bit
Yeah.
fun.
There seems to be some sort of fire, some anger within your music. You know, the frustrations are coming out in the music. What are those frustrations?
Life,
What
I
we-
guess.
yeah.
It's life. I guess I write about certain things that, you know, mean something to me. So there's going to be, I guess if you can compare it to like people at Wello, I suppose when he was first started, he was quite an angry young man. He had a lot to say. I think I'm starting to realise that in songs you can use your lyrics, you can use it as a, you know, to say things to people. Whereas before it was just, you know, just lyrics to go over a song. But now it's like, you know, I can turn people's heads with the words that I say. You know, I'm starting to realise that now. And it's better than singing about fucking, I don't know, Carl's t-shirt or you know, it's better than watching
Being a good song.
That's not to say they're all meaningful, because some of them are absolute shit, but you know,
Well, you get inspiration from anywhere, but I think particularly, you know, I've seen a fire in your bellies that you know you want.
That's what I mean. We don't. I speak for myself when I say, you know, I think the other two as well, but this is all we want really. I can't see myself working in a factory or, you know, working in a call centre. You know, I couldn't do that.
So we
That's
got
not
it
for
really.
me, yeah. So there's a passion and a hunger because we know we need to achieve it, you know, to make ourselves happy. So, you know, that comes from that as well, I guess.
Don't want to condemn yourself to a normal life.
Exactly.
Like that line, I'll use that. So,
Just write some songs.
yeah, there you go, I think that's a lyric there, definitely. So, obviously as yet we've not really seen any recorded material,
No.
and I'm dying to hear you put
We've
stuff
done it
down.
before, but it's just been a waste of time really.
We don't want to rush
We're
into it.
building ourselves. I mean, we've got an EP coming out at the end of the summer after we finish doing loads of touring, and that's kind of going to be like, it's going to be nothing like what you would expect us. You've heard us. It will be
Yeah.
nothing like what you would expect us to sound like. It's going to have keys, brass section, female vocalist, piano. It's going to be just big. You know, it's not going to be 3-chord rock and roll.
So you're going into your style council phase, are you?
Nah, definitely not. No, it's just going to be like, it's bluesy, psychedelic rock and roll, I guess, splash of psychedelia,
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
Bit of
Not,
experimentation.
not just, you know, 3 chords.
And where you know, where's this come from? This new
Just
sound.
by carrying on playing music, doing gigs all the time. Just sort of me growing up, I suppose, as well.
Listen to new music.
Listen to music, yeah, it's evolved.
Things on your instruments.
Exactly.
Yeah, I suppose yeah, everybody has their set music. Personally, I was into rock was my thing, or rock or maybe ska when I was a kid. But like, the more you listen to, the more your mind develops and things that you like.
Definitely. I mean, I take things from all sorts, reggae, house music. I mean, I don't take it all from it, but you know what I mean. Yeah.
Expect a house tune on the EP.
Yeah.
No, but you take things from that. It's if you just listen to the jam all day, then you're going to be quite a dull human being, really, aren't
Dubstep. Hooligan choir dubstep remix. Yeah, that's on its way. Isn't it?
Acid house tune.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
So there's some time in the future that you're going to get an EP or an album together.
Yeah, it's going to be like the end of this. We signed something with a small record label.
Something with a small record.
Well,
that sounds ominous.
we signed some deal with a record label, and they've been pushing us to bring out this EP, but I'm not doing it till we're ready, really. We don't think we should. It's like we did that song, She's Calling, and we just made a mess of it, really. And we're not going to make that mistake again. We're going to spend a lot of money on it and a lot of time and make it as good as it can be, really.
Just learning by your mistakes and.
Yeah, that's it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much for joining us. It's been a pleasure to have you on.
Pleasure.
And I understand you're going to hear some stripped down Hooligan choir as well.
Aren't we so lucky?
Just keeps coming down. Take me out of here and take away